Beloved faithful, my dear brothers and sisters, greetings and welcome to this meditation on the fifth Sunday in ordinary time. Today's liturgy invites us to respond to the call to mission and to have faith in the active power of the Word of God in our lives. Yes, dear brothers and sisters, as Peter answered to Jesus' words, today we are also called in all that we do and have to do them at God's command. At your command, I will cast the net. In the first reading, we read the prophetic vision of the prophet Isaiah, who felt unworthy and sinful before the holiness of God. I am lost, for I am a man of unclean lips, and I dwell in the midst of a people with unclean lips. Yes, my dear brothers and sisters, the Lord is calling. The Lord is willing to send you to his people. Are you ready? As answered the prophet, "Here I am, Lord, send me." In the gospel, Simon imagined that we must put a distance between the unworthy man and God who works wonders. But God, who is the completely other, also wants to be very close. Not only is he the Almighty, but he wants to be the all-loved. This is why Jesus dismisses fear and assured them. After his teaching, Jesus proclaimed the good news. He said to Simon, "Go out to sea and cast the net to catch fish." Like any woman, like any man, and an experienced fisherman, Simon replies, "Master, we have toiled all night without catching anything, but at your command I will let down the nets." They did so, and caught such a quantity of fish that their nets were torn. They made a sign to their companions in the other boat to come and help them. Yes, beloved faithful, maybe you too have lost faith due to all the night of darkness and sufferings you have gone through in your life. But it is you and I today to whom Jesus is asking, put out into the deep water. Dear brothers and sisters, let us ask ourselves today, what is this wide in our heart towards which Jesus invites us today to go forward and cast our nets to receive his grace? No one is so holy as to merit the graces of God. No one is so holy that it is normal for the Lord to call him to the mission. Because every man is a sinner and no one deserves to be called to the mission by himself. The Lord comes to seek out the poor, the sinners. It is with them that he wants to touch all hearts. It is with us believers in his love and infinite mercy that he wants to touch the hearts of all. But does it mean that we are ready to hear it? Are we ready to accept the call that he puts in the depth of our hearts, in the life that is ours? And for others, are you ready to follow him in the total offering of your lives for the love of him and the salvation of souls? Let us ask ourselves if today we are ready to risk our lives to live with Jesus. Are we ready to risk our life to meet the mission he has for us? Because it is no longer Peter or John or James, but you today and me, and each of those who confess him as their Lord. He is asking to take him into his boat of life. For he wants to rest by our side. He's asking us to let him use us, to allow him to show us where to direct our lives. in order to be fruitful in the midst of a society in need of the good news, from which it is nevertheless moving further and further away. Yes, put out into the deep water. Let us not remain on the edge of a world that lives by looking at its navel. Yes, my dear brothers and sisters. Simon Peter, after seeing all the wonders, he said to the Lord, Lord, depart from me, for I am a sinful man. Yes, my dear brothers and sisters, only those who, like Peter, have been able to accept their limitations are able to accept that the fruits of their apostolic work are not theirs, but the one who has used them as an instrument. It's the Lord who called the apostles to become fishers of men. But the true fisherman, he is the one. The boom rises is only the net that collects the catch, and this net is effective only if we do as the apostles did, leaving everything and following the Lord. During all the night, the apostles tried to catch fish without catching anything, and therefore without anything to eat. It is easy for everyone to recognize our times of darkness and fear. The all night without catching anything can represent here all the years of darkness and failure in your life. But by today, if you accept the word of God and accept to do all things in your life at His command, grace upon grace will follow in all your deeds. And there will no longer be disappointment in your life. May the good Lord grant us this grace so that we may start also in our daily life to do all that we have to do at His command. The Lord be with you.